I feel a little bit uncomfortable that you'll be looking into my poop.
Coming up on SG Now, CityJo Carson takes a poop for the sake of science.
CityJo Kat becomes a perfumer for a day and creates her own scent.
We meet a volunteer from Lions Befrienders who has fought through her own pain for 19 years to help seniors.
And Dharmhik inflicts virtual revenge on CityJo Abbey.
Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day and welcome to SG Now. Today, we start with something we cannot live without. Poop.
Have you looked at your own poop after a good release in the toilet?
Yes, Gladys, I actually do that very often.
Actually, I do that too. So did you know that there are people who study poop for a living and can tell all your secrets from it?
That's right. They can glean information about your diet, your overall health, and whether you have certain diseases.
So, CityJo Carson took a gut health test from local lab OSBiome. Watch as his poop is intensely scrutinized.
You make it sound as if there's a village living inside here. Is that right?
Trillions of microbes. Can you imagine?
Okay. Thank you. So I have to find out who's living inside and how to feed them properly.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. The best way to know about an operating system is through the product it produces. And since my gut is an operating system, the best way to find out about my gut health is to analyze my poop. And yes, I have agreed to do just that. First thing to do was to get a gut health test kit. Since I couldn't wait for my test kit to arrive in the mail, I chose to collect it on my own. At the center, I happened to meet Maria, the co-owner of the company, so I took the opportunity to talk to her.
Who is Maria?
Who is Maria? I am a biologist, researcher, so I did my bachelor and master in biology and then biomedical science.
Tell us, what is this business all about?
It's all about poop, as you say.
Okay.
Yes, we are very interested in analyzing your poop and people poop because you can tell a lot about the human body. So that's what we do. We collect poop sample, then we send to the lab, sequence, and then we get the results analysis, and we can deliver personalized recommendation on how to improve the gut microbiome.
I saw the procedure, right? So you first have to get the app and answer a lot of questions, very personal questions, whether I like durians and how often do I eat durians. So, and you use that to analyze the eating habits.
Exactly. We really need that because nutrition is one of the most important.
I feel a little bit uncomfortable that you'll be looking into my poop.
No, don't be. No one else does it, so we do it tell us a lot about yourself. Can tell us how you digest the food, how you're doing, if your immune system is strong, how you would do in your sport performance. So for us, it's very important to look into your poop, so then we can actually make a plan for you to live the best you can and the healthiest you can.
The procedure to collect poop is simple. Order and get hold of the test kit. Follow the instructions and download the app. Check the necessary equipment and we are ready to go. My biggest challenge is that when I'm overly conscious, my poop just won't come out. And the one time when I was ready, I forgot to bring the kit. I'm glad that there was enough safety equipment so that I didn't have to touch my own poop. I was Maria's lab assistant for a day and was quite surprised that analyzing poop was not a smelly or unpleasant experience.
So one tube is one person.
Exactly.
Okay.
As you can see, it's not poop.
Holding poop is actually a great responsibility, and I can't drop this.
Nice.
I'm a scientist. My gosh. Oh.
As a business, what is your greatest challenge in running this business so far?
Overcoming the poop taboo is something that people are still not very comfortable with.
Right.
So that's a very, very big challenge.
Right. I agree with you. I haven't really looked at my poop before. I think I will have to for the first time. Yeah, so
It's so important. I would definitely recommend look at your poop. You can say so much, you know. You can just look at there are graphs out there we share on our OSBiome website. You can look at the shape of your poop. It can tell a lot about how your digestive wellness is doing.
Right. The poop collection experience was quite clean. It was wrapped, sealed, and sealed again before arranging for collection. And now what's left to do is to wait for my results and recommendations through the OSBiome app. I've always thought of myself as being very healthy. I eat well, exercise well, and life is good. But who knows, life could be better after I get my poop analyzed. I'm CityJo Carson, Singapore 1.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your poop says a lot about you.
If you'd like to learn more about improving your health by taking care of your gut microbiome, we have put a link to the OSBiome website in the program description down below.
Ladies, moving on from one potentially smelly story to another. Perfume.
I'm sure everybody loves the smell of perfume, right?
Yeah, except of course, men don't wear perfume, they wear cologne.
Okay, so here's the question. What is the difference between perfume and cologne? They both come in a bottle and you have to spray them, so it's basically the same thing?
Yes, except the smells are different. Perfume is usually more floral, sweeter, while cologne is earthier or woodier.
I agree. But of course, it's not just that. Everyone has a preference to what kind of smell they like. In fact, there's a whole science behind making the perfect scent. Let's check it out with CityJo Kathleen.
Imagine your favorite perfume. How would you describe it? I would say sometimes I have my moods, sometimes I like it sweet, and sometimes I like it a little on the sexier side. Did you know there's a whole science behind creating a robust, well-balanced fragrance? I spent a wonderful day at Maison 21G with the retail director, Nanako Nishiguchi. Why Maison 21G, you ask? It's one of the first collaborative perfumery houses in Singapore. It can be personalized down to the very last drop, and it's also sustainable. They are vegan, ethically sourced. They use reusable plastic-free packaging. 100% cruelty-free and no preservatives. To shortlist my scents better, we also discussed the scents I was used to wearing. I use Daisy.
Okay, yes.
And then for my oud, I really like Christian Dior oud.
Wow, nice.
But I don't use that often. You know, only when I'm feeling the mood is very strong. Yeah. What else do I use? Yeah.
So the oud, it will be more of a special occasion for you,
Yeah.
right? Yes.
Before making our perfumes, we went through the history of perfumes and how they are made. Did you know Kifi is the world's first perfume ever made? It was invented in Egypt, where it was first used as an incense for the gods. Scents of Kifi initially emits rich, deep, sweet notes of wine, honey, and honeycomb. A fragrance has 3 notes: base, middle, and top. At the top notes of the pyramid are top notes. These are the first scents you smell when first exposed to the fragrance. The middle of the pyramid are the heart notes. These are the notes that give the fragrance its character and intensity. The base note provides depth to the fragrance. This note appears within 30 minutes and will last for hours on the skin. We went through a crash course of perfumery and I created my own perfume. All their perfumes contain 21% perfume concentrate. You'll first have to do a quiz on their AI-powered app that will guide you in your creation, harmonizing your personality to your favorite scents.
I'm currently choosing the base notes of our perfumes.
I went home with a customized perfume bottle unique to me. I would definitely recommend the perfume customization.
What a better way to express yourself than to create a perfume that smells like you! The only thing I would say is mine's on the woody side and it's also a bit creamier and quite deep and long lasting.
We are going to name this bottle Kathleen Rouge. This has been Kathleen for Singapore One.
I wonder if Maison 21G does aftershaves that you can personalize too. I've been thinking of getting my own signature scent.
Well, they do workshops for individuals, groups, and couples. So if you'd like to check out their workshop packages, we have included a link in the program description.
Our next story focuses on our adopted charity for the month, the Lions Befrienders.
That's right. Lions Befrienders volunteers are on a mission to relieve the loneliness, isolation, and boredom of lonely seniors.
They also promote active and positive aging.
That's right, and also they want to encourage elders to age in place with dignity and community support.
To get a taste of the work the volunteers do, CityJo Carson travelled to Aljunied to meet 19-year-old veteran befriender Marilyn Choo.
I've come to meet a very active volunteer Lions befriender, Marilyn Choo. She leads a team of volunteers in the Aljunied area. I'll try to catch up with her and get a sense of what she does faithfully every Sunday. And I've come early to see if I can be of any help.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Choo. I'm a Lion Befriender volunteer.
So, Marilyn, how long have you been a volunteer Lions Befriender?
About 19 years. We do one phone call to the senior once a week and do a physical visit. But because of the pandemic, we try not to go into the senior house. When situation allows, we do a meal distribution. I like to bring some joy to the seniors. Yeah, so I actually like talking to the seniors, jokes with them, and those with some mental issue. It's a bit difficult to step into their world. My left hand is quite weak.
Okay, no worries.
We have different I have ordered 30 chicken, 30 pack of chicken, 25 packets.
Okay, you know which is which?
Yeah, it's written.
So Marilyn, the guy in wheelchair, he knows you,
Yeah, one of the residents and senior.
Right, okay.
Under another care group. Yeah.
I see. So not just the people under your care group knows you, other people.
Yeah, because I've been here 19 years in this area.
19 years.
Yeah, some of the residents know me.
Okay.
Yeah, but pity that many elderly residents here have already passed away or went to the nursing home. Today, Maruha needs some assistance to pour the laundry liquid from the bigger container into a smaller container so that she can hold it up. If not, it's too heavy for her. Not only her, all elderly.
I noticed in your rounds, you almost know everybody's names. You know what kind of condition they are having, and you know their whole family. That's so inspiring. How do you do that?
Definitely, if we want to befriend any senior first, I will try to know this senior background, relationship between him and the neighbors and all that. I will check with my LBHQ executive, or I check with any friends who have expertise in this field, and I try to read up on all this. I hope to be in good health so that I continue to serve the seniors, and I hope the seniors can still stay with me for the next few years or so.
Marilyn was in a rush all the time as she wanted to deliver the food while it was still warm. She pays attention to every small detail in her volunteering work. You were trying to stretch your legs and all just now. Why do you need to do that?
Yeah, actually, I have inflammation all over my body for the last 19 years. Yeah, I was hospitalized and unable to walk. But I'm still in pain 24 hours by 7.
So Marilyn, you are actually not well yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I ask you, when you are running around, where do you find that energy to run around? Doesn't that make your pain more painful?
When I get busy, I have an aim, I will forget about him. Yeah.
Can I ask you, where does she get her energy from?
I have no idea. It seems as though the moment she thinks of the seniors and their needs, she just gets energized.
Grace, 文婷，你们两个去9楼好吗？小丽华你去8楼、7楼。Okay 啊？
I think Marilyn is very decisive, definitely a great leader for her team, and also someone who's very committed and responsible. Yeah, that's really great. I think all our volunteers, their group itself is the most committed to, even with a condition, still going almost every Sunday. But that's really something for the past 19 years.
When you see her doing that, you also want to pay it forward by giving more also, and hoping that the seniors would also, in their small ways, also be able to pay forward in kindness.
I was so tempted to tell Marilyn to slow down, but I realized she was on a mission. Despite the physical pain she was going through, nothing was going to stop her. So Marilyn, thank you for doing what you do. Okay. I'm CityJo Carson, Singapore 1.
Thank you, CityJo Carson. If you'd like to help Lions Befrienders continue doing good work, donate via the giving.sg link in the program description.
Yes, please support Lions Befrienders. Gladys, do you play online games?
Wow, this is a very difficult question to answer because I always have to say no. I don't think I'm good at it, and it's really, really hard to finish playing a full game on my own.
Don't worry, Gladys, because I don't play online games as well. Not at all.
Well, I guess I'm glad that we're fellas.
Yes. Anyway, our last story today finds Singapore once resident gaming wizard CityJo Dharmhik getting his butt kicked on Mobile Legends by CityJo Abby.
Wow. Okay, so he was unwilling to take his defeat lying down. So, Dharmhik goes to a gaming school to get some advice.
Hey guys, today we are talking about gaming and in particular Mobile Legends.
Did you say Mobile Legends gaming? I challenge you.
You're on.
Nothing scares me, not even death.
You have been slain.
In my search for vengeance, redemption, I found out about the Singapore Cybersports and Online Gaming Association, aka SCOGA. SCOGA teaches popular games like Mobile Legends, Valorant, and Pokemon Unite, and I'm taking part in a Mobile Legends workshop they're holding.
Hi everyone, my name is Dennis. I am the current president of SCOGA.
So SCOGA was formed back in 2008 by a group of gamers, who collectively had the ideals, and of course, because there were certain gaps in the market back then where players were not able to represent Singapore, even though they qualified, in a world championship, due to various reasons, sponsorship issues, insufficient budget and all. So that was why I think back then, the pioneer group really said, yeah, we need to make that change. We need to have a body, right, to really come help, kind of like look after, right, gamers, look after these youths that have what it takes to be professionals. So that's how I think we all came together.
That was when I realized that the gaming industry is not just for people who play games. I realized that SCOGA is able to prepare and train potential talents in areas that support gameplay. Think of it like a sporting event. You don't just have the players competing, but also have thousands of jobs supporting the event, be it in the media sector, event planning, or in the IT infrastructure side.
You need to really realize how big this industry is first, and the different kinds of roles that they can, play a part in, whether it's a future job or even, their careers, right, in a long time to come. What we do at the Academy is help them connect those dots. From where they are right now, maybe completely greenhorns, may not necessarily know a lot about the industry, and try and connect those, to some of the more prominent, job functions, right, for lack of a better word, out there. So we have what we call our esports academy. We run something called an incubator program, where we have several pathways, right, that would allow individuals, youths, right, to experience and pick up relevant knowledge of what it takes to be actually able to operate within this space.
I think that the esports scene in Singapore is not very well developed or as developed as other countries, because I think maybe in Singapore there's a very huge emphasis on studying and getting good grades. It also helps by giving us a chance to project our skills, so that maybe the pro teams can scout us and say, hey, this guy is not bad. And then, not only do we feel more confident about ourselves when we're playing, but it also rewards us in a very enriching way.
What is the most consistent challenge is, changes in the esports landscape, which happens rapidly, right? Especially in the last couple of years where, the industry has gotten mainstream attention. So I think for us as a non-profit association, to stay relevant to our stakeholders, our target audience, that has always been our greatest challenge, right? Are we bringing enough value, to this audience that we serve? That's the question that we constantly ask ourselves, and that defines what we do, how we execute our programs, and what we offer, as part of, the association's activities, and how we, in fact, work together with partners as well. Well, I certainly hope that SCOGA will still be around, beyond my time, here as the president as well, and it will continue to serve gamers of Singapore in a positive way to allow them to fulfill their aspirations within the industry and possibly even beyond.
With adequate training, I've decided to exact my vengeance against CityJo Abby. Abby, I have come for revenge, and be prepared for your defeat.
Bring it on.
Yes, I told you I'll win. This has been CityJo Dharmhik for Singapore One.
Wow! The world of games just looks so exciting.
Yes.
And to be a professional gamer really isn't easy. There's a lot of training, there's a lot of mental capacity they have to put in.
That's right.
It's not easy.
But I want to try.
You want to try?
How about you?
Me too! Okay, so if you're interested in training to be a professional gamer or simply finding out more about esports, well, in Singapore, we've got a link for you right here. The SCOGA link will be in our program description, so click it to find out.
That's right. And that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us today, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.
See you next time. Bye!
Bye.